Okay. We watching. He's been doing it. He's been doing it for a long time. Being the truth. Do it one more time, man. Make that history. You know I still want next. I'm about that life. And we're gonna watch this show. We're gonna see how it go. Hopefully these boys go toe for toe, blow for blow, and we have an exciting night tonight, right here, right now. Action, let's get it cracking.
Bad news, Errol Spence shuts down a Keith Thurman fight and also says Keith Thurman won't fight Jaron Boots Ennis. Well, at least that's what it looks like he's talking about. Stay tuned to this video. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Errol Spence Jr., he is the man of the hour. Errol Spence Jr., he just came off a welterweight unification with Yordenis Ugas of Cuba, and he made the Cuban Ugas look much different than he looked in his fight just before Errol. More on that in a little bit. Errol Spence took to his verified social media and he says, quote, "Thurman not fighting that man. That mother effer wouldn't utter my name when we was both champions." And I believe, even though he didn't say Jaron Boots Ennis, PBC Premier Boxing Champs had just posted around this time frame, or the same day, had posted an interview from the podcast where they had Jaron Ennis as a special guest. Jaron Ennis said in his interview, and this, you guys can check it on Premier Boxing Champs podcast and on their social page, he said, "I will fight Keith Thurman and I will knock him out." And he I think he even gave the round. He said 8 rounds or less, like he was ordering a pizza, 30 minutes or less. So even though Errol Spence, it's a subliminal because he didn't actually say the person's name, he said that man, I'm almost positive that's who he's referring to because the timelines sync up perfectly and match up and correspond to that particular post, right? And he's basically just saying, Thurman, he didn't want to fight me when I was a champion. I doubt he wants to fight a younger. Jaron Ennis is big, bro. Jaron Ennis is a big welterweight, right? He's clearly going to move up in his career, but he's young. His body's flexible and pliable, working with him at this moment because he's in his young 20s. So he's able to make probably a drastic weight cut because, I would be curious to see what he walks around at. But nonetheless, Errol Spence is saying that Mark Ortega, who works in boxing, said, so Keith Thurman's best chance would be to position himself as a name opponent for the hashtag Charlo Castano 2 winner and meet you for Undisputed at 154. To which Errol says, I'm ahead of him up there too. Shrug emoji. Now, he's basically saying that I got dibs on that. I know they've kind of talked about Charlo and Errol fighting. I don't really see that. If Castano beat Charlo, maybe, because that would be a grudge match. In case you didn't know, Castano beat Errol Spence in the amateurs, so I can see that happening really before I see Jermell Charlo. Like, just everything I've seen from the Ugas fight week, Charlo was in celebration of Errol. They have the same trainer, so one fighter wouldn't have a trainer. They would have to find someone else. I've never seen that in boxing history where a trainer worked 2 corners for 2 guys that were fighting. Like, Derevchenko was training with Andre Rozier, and so was Danny Jacobs. But then when Danny Jacobs fought Derevchenko, Rozier stayed with the fighter that he was with longer, which was Jacobs. I've never seen a situation where, a guy actively is training like a Charlo and a Errol Spence, 2 mega stars, and then shared training duty. I mean, that's weird. How would that even work? It'd be kind of counterproductive. A trainer, he's telling you what to do to beat this person, and then he runs over to the other corner and says what to do to beat the other person. It just doesn't make sense. So I'd have to see that to believe it. I don't really see Errol Spence and Ugas, but this is why I'm conflicted. But first, If you need a way to watch Shakur Stevenson, Oscar Valdez, use my link in the description. It is an affiliate link, so I may earn a small commission if you guys use that link, but it's at no additional cost to you, and that should be a great fight. In addition, YouTube sent me an invite. So you see on this video, there's a heart with a $sign underneath the video, and that's for Super Thanks. Super Thanks is a program from YouTube, just like the live streams, how you guys can send super chats. A Super Thanks is found on any static regular video, non-live stream video. So you guys can send Super Thanks if you dig the content and, you know, it gets to the content creator, such as myself. So appreciate you guys for the support. This is why I'm conflicted with Errol Spence Jr. and what he's saying about Keith Thurman. For starters, I totally understand it. And I know people always say like, oh, be the bigger person and stuff like that, but I can't front. I'm petty, and although I can get over things, I don't forget things. And I think Errol Spence is kind of the same personality type in terms of he just remembers what Keith Thurman did, and Keith Thurman did too much. Like, Errol Spence was truly trying to fight Keith Thurman and trying to secure big fights for his legacy at that time. And Keith Thurman totally like fronted him off and would always find various reasons to not fight him. Like, oh, this is my get back year. And Errol, he's a good kid. He just needs to keep doing what he's doing and get him a belt. And that's what a lot of guys were doing. They weren't chomping at the bit. Kell Brook, Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman. That's why Errol Spence keeps saying big fish, man down, strap season. And what? Tables turn, because the tables have certainly turned in his favor. He stayed with the program, and now he's reaping the benefits. He's the biggest guy at welterweight, even bigger than Crawford. Crawford's a great fighter, but he's suing his old promoter, whereas Errol Spence is doing crowds that Crawford has never done. 30, 40, 16,000, various venues, AT&T Stadium. That's bigger than any real stadium in America, basically. And that's the stadium, the home, the preferred stadium that Errol Spence has been using for some of his fights. And he's fought there even more than Manny Pacquiao, who fought Josh Clottey and Antonio Margarito there. So I understand it. Errol Spence is basically like, you tried to chump me and you didn't want to give me a chance, so now I got things going on for me. F you. So basically Keith Thurman did this to himself, and it is what it is. So I'm conflicted because I still think it's a great fight. It's a dangerous fight. Keith Thurman got pop. He's athletic. He's a boxer, puncher. So, you know, he could create complexities. Stylistically, I love the fight, and I've always loved the fight. I always wanted to see it. But on the other hand, I do understand why Errol Spence doesn't want to fight Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman played too many games. So it is what it is. Let me know how I did in this video. Subscribe to the channel. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off.
What's next? Oh, well, everybody know who I want next. I want Terrence Crawford next.
I'm looking for you, Errol. Where you at? I'm in the ocean. You say you the big fish. I'm looking for you. Fucking poopy ass shirt. Where your ass at? Oh, whole ass. Well, you got a lot of room to hide in this. I don't know if I can find you in the ocean. See, this the ocean big in the motherfucker, man. We ain't gonna be able to find your punk ass out here. Got a lot of places to hide.
The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready, with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We working. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more sports. Get unlimited access to premium content with an ESPN Plus subscription. ESPN Plus offers a variety of content, including specials, behind the scenes, docuseries like Bruce Lee's Be Water, and much more. With an ESPN Plus subscription, you get access to a ton of classic archive fights and replays from boxing and the UFC. Big names like, "Hi, I'm Mike Tyson. Come and watch my fight." Floyd Mayweather, "Easy work. I'm rich." And Manny Pacquiao, "Yes, it's up to my promoter." Just to name a few. If that's not enough, you could get the ESPN bundle, which includes ESPN Plus, Hulu, and Disney Plus. All three apps, one low price. You don't want to miss out. Make sure you guys click that link in the description box of all of my videos. Ego signing off.